do people say that? Why do they say, I'll see you in the next video? Because we don't see you. You only see us. I see you in the typity-type comments, but I don't know. Why else do we say duck when, you know, it's like, or heads up when it means duck, but why do we say duck? Because duck is an animal. If you enjoyed the intro, it's my little homage to Back to the Future, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Wow, what a great video. What's up, nerd geeks and gamers alike? It's your boy Nerdy Nick, and I'm back with another video. Wow, it feels good to be able to say that again. It's been a long time. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed my comeback video. I worked really hard on the opening cinematic and whatnot. It just, that idea just kind of popped up in my head one day where I was like, how can I kind of make light of my absence and also make it heartfelt at the same time? So again, I appreciate all the views, all of the comments, warm wishes, and all of that stuff. Like, every word that you guys told me, in the comments was just, I don't know how else to put it. I felt extremely missed. I felt loved. I felt cared for. And honestly, I felt encouraged. I felt encouraged to keep doing this, that my presence here does make a difference. Even though my channel is so small, you guys make me feel awesome. There's no other way to put it. And I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. I couldn't do this without you guys. So again, thank you so much for all the support for my latest video. But today's topic, let's just get into it. And I'm doing this all, mind you, in pretty much one shot. Unscripted. There's no notes, no pointers or anything that I've written down before. It's Sunday. It is like the 25th or something. I don't know. I stopped watching football and I was like, you know what? I just want to make a video. I want to talk to people about pro wrestling in today's climate. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So, it's no secret, I'm a big fan of pro wrestling. I have been for a very long time. I think one of the first matches I ever watched was like a Road Warriors tag team match when I was a little kid. But, you know, pro wrestling's always been a constant in my life. I've always liked it, whether the product was good, bad, ugly, whatever. I've always been a fan. You know, when I was a kid, obviously, the suspension of disbelief was so much greater because when you're a kid, you know, you believe kayfabe, you believe everything. You know, as you grow up, you start to learn, you know, like nothing is fixed but the finishes, right? Like that's one of the big terms is nothing's fixed but the finish. You know, you start to appreciate the constant wear and tear that these athletes, actors, actresses, whatever you want to call them, put themselves through for our entertainment. And that's exactly what it is. It is just for entertainment. You know, at the end of the day, like let's be real, okay? Titles aren't won, they're given, you know. Popularity matters. Your physique matters, and we'll get to that. Your merch sales matter and all of that stuff. So, you know, you can't really say you're physically competing for something like a title or a title opportunity, for example. Sorry, I have my windows open and there's this kid that just keeps like zooming by on his scooter and his helmet's like really bright shiny blue and it's like, whoa. Anyways, breaking the fourth wall, maybe, yeah, whatever. So anyways, let's just get to the brass tacks. You got WWE and then you got AEW. Both products, they're pretty different, right? You got WWE, who almost seems so out of touch with its audience, with 2 out of their 3 brands, I'll say, because they, you know, they've got the whole brand split going on. You've got Raw, you've got NXT, and you've got SmackDown. SmackDown seems to be the only one that actually kind of is doing all right. Raw, except for maybe one show in the last like 3 months, was really bad. And you've got NXT that seems to be doing a rebrand, and like, I don't know, they lost the Wednesday Night War with AEW. And ever since they moved, they've started to lose wrestlers, and they've just started, in my opinion, to kind of lose the gravitas and the weight that NXT carried, because NXT for a long time was Triple H's love project and a showcase for the next superstars going up to the main roster. Right, so you've got WWE. It's very corporate, very shit on by its own owner, Vince McMahon. I mean, he doesn't talk bad about the product, but when I say shit on, he treats it like a, I don't know, he treats it like it doesn't matter, that storylines don't matter, that payoffs aren't a thing, that what the fans want to see is non-existent, right? And then you've got AEW, who was really an underdog and an upstart by Tony Khan, the Young Bucks, like we'll just call them, the Elite, Cody Rhodes, Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega. They did the All-In pay-per-view just as a completely independent wrestling experience, and then from that bred AEW, All Elite Wrestling. And All Elite Wrestling was not viewed as competition in Vince McMahon's eyes and WWE's eyes. But you start to see AEW slowly but surely build up more momentum, build a larger fan base, bring in other wrestlers from New Japan, from Ring of Honor, so on and so forth. And you start to see these guys. And the pacing, while I don't understand why, but a lot of people, the old school, we'll say old school fans, hate AEW's pacing in matches because it's so quick. There are so many moves, so many flips and stuff. Like, guys, remember, this is entertainment, right? You're not going to be entertained in a match, for example, if they're just doing chops back and forth for like 10 minutes. That does happen, but it's like, okay, I'm ready to see some Hurricane Ranas, I'm ready to see, some suicide dives, some coffin drops, and crazy moves like moonsaults over, the top rope. I want to see fast, action-paced matches, and AEW really delivers on that. Immediately, the very first episode of Wednesday Night Dynamite that I saw, I saw right away. I think Kenny Omega was the first match, and I saw right away the difference in pacing, the style, the viciousness and furiosity that are in AEW matches that are not in WWE matches. And it really does, I think, speak to just the different styles of pro wrestling that we were limited to just because we had just for a long time WWE. Yeah, we still got Ring of Honor, Impact, New Japan and whatnot, but in the US, I mean, if you just have like standard cable and whatnot, you're stuck with WWE, and that is what you know as pro wrestling. Then of course you have the hardcores who watch New Japan, watch Impact and whatnot, but for the general audience, like when you say pro wrestling, the first thing they're going to think about is WWE. Fast forward 2.5 years, I want to say now, or maybe 2 years, that AEW has been around, and they've acquired a wealth of roster talent. I mean, yes, there is the argument, because I can already hear it, I'm already hearing it in my head, they're just getting ex-WWE guys who couldn't make it. My TV just went black behind me, so I am assuming the focus might get a little weird. I'm going to double check that. Maybe not. So anyways, like I was saying, the wealth of talent, they've got a bank of men's and women's singles talent, but then they've also got great tag team talent as well. And you don't see too many rematches in AEW versus WWE. They do 50-50 booking so much, it just tailspins out of control. Like, how many times do you have to see Rey and Dominic Mysterio wrestle the Usos, right? Or Dominic Mysterio wrestle Sammy. What is his name? I can't even... Whatever. They make him look like a Cuban dictator right now. I can't remember his... Sammy... Whatever. slap me in the comments below for forgetting. Kevin Owens' old buddy. Anyways, so I enjoy pro wrestling. I get that, obviously, that's stated right there. I enjoy pro wrestling. But I also like it when pro wrestling treats my time with respect. And I've given up watching Monday Night Raw because I'm not wasting 3 hours of my life on a Monday night to watch garbage. Never watched really too much of NXT, and from what I hear, I'm not missing out much on the current product. Before, it seemed to be very popular, almost kind of like a pre-AEW in stylistic terms. I love Wednesday Night Dynamite. I look forward to it every week. And then AEW also has now Friday Rampage for 1 hour. And that is something I was like, 1 hour? Like, that's it? But watching it, they always say when you're doing like a group activity, when you feel like the activity has reached its peak and it's fun, cut it off. Stop it right there, because it's going to leave everyone with a euphoric feeling. You're going to have good laughs heading out of whatever activity it is, so on and so forth. Rampage uses that practice 100%, because as soon as an hour of pro wrestling is done, I'm like, damn, I want more. And not to mention they only have an hour, so they are going to utilize that 1 hour as best they can, right? I mean, you have 1 hour, get in at least 3 matches of good quality with a little bit of storyline sprinkled on top, and then let's throw in a pre-main event Mark Henry interview. And those pre-main event interviews remind me of just like 1980s wrestling, where you've got, you know, like the interviews with Gene and like Randy Macho Man Savage. He's like, I'm the cream of the crop, you know. But yeah, it's great. And the last pay-per-view All Out for AEW was amazing. I mean, I don't know how else you can really top that cage match like I brought up in my last video. It was insane. After that, everything else was kind of like, oh, okay. You know, and that takes nothing away from like CM Punk's match and the title match with Kenny Omega and Christian Cage. It was just like a high point. And that, I think, is something that you will never get in WWE's current product under its current management. I know I probably sound like an AEW fanboy, excuse me, but at the end of the day, I like what I like, and I do like WWE SmackDown. I do watch that every now and then. Normally, I get my WWE news from What Culture, you know, across the pond, with Simon Miller's Ups and Downs, or was it like this? I don't know, whichever way. You're going to see it on the camera. And I watch the show vicariously through ups and downs, because again, I'm not going to waste 3 hours of my life to watch a product that maybe 15% of I'll actually enjoy. You know, so there's a lot of divide still, you know, within brands, and it reminds me of the Monday Night Wars. Sorry if you guys get a nip slip, this is my channel, deal with it. But I enjoy the competition between the two brands, because ultimately competition breeds creativity, breeds better product, right? Iron sharpens iron. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I really appreciate how AEW breaks the fourth wall and talks about another company, you know, whereas WWE, they're really not going to do that at all, because you're stuck in the WWE universe. Like, nothing breaks that veil or suspension of disbelief harder than them saying WWE Universe right in the beginning of every episode. You're like, no, this isn't the WWE Universe. I'm watching wrestling from this arena in the, you know, state of whatever in the United States. Like, get over yourselves. You ain't that big. You don't even have your own freaking network anymore. You know, like, WWE, frustrates me so much. I feel for you, Simon Miller, because you waste a lot of time on that product. So hats off to you. Maybe I'll ship you over some hair, because, you know, you're probably tired of being a big bald bastard, right? I mean, let's just get real. But anyways, friendly fire. I want to say we need to give it at least another year before we really see what happens with WWE and its product, because right now AEW is charting higher and higher and higher each and every week, and WWE is kind of like lost in the mud, you know, in the swamps. And I don't know, WWE has a lot of problems with the way they treat their current talent. You know, they keep bringing in legends and whatnot, and they're really not letting new stars thrive, and a lot of their new guys aren't renewing their contracts, and they're leaving NXT, and they're going to AEW because AEW actually listens to the fans. Tony Khan is a brilliant guy. I mean, yes, is he a mark? Absolutely, he is a giant mark for pro wrestling, but at the end of the day, I mean, look at the product. It's pretty great. You know, I'm excited for AEW's video game to come out. Hopefully, you know, they enhance the graphics just a little bit more, because we are in, you know, a new generation and whatnot. And from what I saw in the preview, like last year, or maybe earlier this year, I don't remember, it kind of looked like PS3, Xbox 360 graphics. But hopefully it's not so simulation-like how the 2K games are, because those aren't very fun. I'm also just not that good at them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I am genuinely curious. You know, are you one-sided one way or the other? Are you a mix in between, kind of like I am? You know, oh, one thing I forgot to mention too is AEW also has the Dark and Dark Evolution on YouTube for free, which I think is an awesome introduction to a way to get people in who you've never seen before and give them a spotlight and a showcase. Is it on TV? No, but guess what? YouTube is on a Roku TV. You turn that on, bam, now you're watching pro wrestling for free on your TV. I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like tons of wrestlers that I've never heard of before where I started watching them on AEW Dark. Also, I doubt this is ever going to be seen by Mikey Ruckus, but dude, your music for AEW is amazing. I work out to it every day. It got you, and then the Doom Eternal soundtrack just on repeat when I'm at the gym. Yeah! That was so corny. You better smack me in the comments for that. Also, let me know what you guys want to hear me talk about in my next video. I put a lot of thought and effort into that first one. I didn't want to, you know, just like blow my load in one video and then be like, well, I don't know what to talk about now. I do have some videos in the pipeline, ideas getting ready to go, but let me know what you guys want to hear me talk about. This is also one of those episodes that I have so much to talk about still that it could have turned into a podcast. If I did a podcast, would you guys listen and or watch? So let me know about that too. So yeah, WWE, WWE, and AEW. Which one am I enjoying more right now? AEW for sure. I love what they're doing, and I hope it continues. I hope this doesn't turn into a Monday Night War where, you know, AEW fizzles out like WCW did, because that would be honestly heartbreaking and terrible. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'd love to get a conversation going. I am going to be in the comments. I'm not like a bunch of other YouTubers that are like, let me know in the comments down below, and da 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 da, and I'll never read any of your comments or reply. I'm not too big for that, so let's get a conversation going. I'm Nerdy Nick. You've just been talked to about pro wrestling. I need to come up with a catchphrase. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, share, get the bell for notifications, right? And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. I think I'm like Buff Nerd on Twitter, because deactivated my old Twitter account, and I did not know it was going to delete it if I didn't activate it again for 30 days. So, there we go. See you guys in the next video. Which, I'm not going to lie, it's most likely going to be fitness themed and whatnot. I think I'm going to start showing you guys like some workouts, you know. I'm going to be doing a superhero video game anime series of how to work out. I don't know what happened with my camera, but it stopped filming automatically. Anyways, Next video is going to be fitness themed, whether it should be about a villain, hero, video game character, whatever you want. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll also be going over supplements that I take and give you a look inside my gym bag. So yeah, let me know what you want to see in the next one. Not exactly sure where the video cut off when it was recording. So hopefully when I edit this, it's not too terrible. Anyways, thank you guys for your time, and I will see you. You'll see me in the next video. Why do people say that? Why do they say I'll see you in the next video? Because we don't see you. You only see us. I see you in the typity-type comments, but I don't know. Why else do we say duck when, you know, it's like, or heads up when it means duck, but why do we say duck? Because duck is an animal that goes quack. It doesn't make sense. This is just a really odd way to end the video. Okay.